Hello! Today I'm going to be talking about hatred in the community, as I'm getting straight to the point, as I've already talked about what we needed to fix and how we can fix it, but I'm going more over a different topic, one that relates to how the hated people feel. It's just hatred in general, the problem within the community, hating on people that have done something wrong. What's the problem with that? Well, I'm going to explain that now. So how did hatred come into the community? Well, naturally, when you see a community, you see the people that don't really see it as important, and they might do something wrong. Or otherwise, there's just a mistake, and they see it as, unforgivable, and they start to hate on those people that are trying to ruin the server, so to speak. But apparently, it's the go-to method of keeping the people out of the community, hopefully, demotivating them enough to never come back, which has its very big problems. It's not the best way to do it. And you shouldn't do it at all. The problem with hating on people is, for one, there could be people who have full intentions to join back to the community, regardless if it's to get what you had back or just be an average community member again. But regardless, the people that are up at the top and seeing what those guys have done, they won't let them join back. They're just going to constantly hate on them until they get what they want of having them leave the community forever. And that's not exactly good. That's just not the right way to resolve things. And the problem with it makes those people feel bad, and it could cause things like suicidal thoughts or worse to happen, which, if you want a community to be good, you should be accepting of everybody and understanding of why they've done something. You could kick them or something and just say that they have their reasons, but just if they want to join back a couple months later, allow them, and if they do something bad, kick them. It's not like they're going to do something to completely destroy the community. They can't really do that with one hit unless they find something extreme to do, which won't happen. There's nothing really extreme in the CBB community that can be used to completely overturn it and destroy it. Which, now I don't see the point of hating, as, what's hating going to do? What reward do you get out of it? I don't understand. It's what reward do you get? Is it just to bring your anger issues out? If you do, then there's other things you should do to get that out other than hating on somebody that's fully watching. Look, there have been quite a few people banned for doing just a few things, as the community is sensitive about these things, and they've been hated for a long time. This has happened a little more recently, but hating on the person isn't going to do anything, as it's hey, you're a bad person, you're never coming back, leave. No, don't do that. Just hey, you don't understand, you should probably leave for a couple months so you know you change as a person before you come back and really take it seriously. That's the better thing to do, as you're actually still giving them a chance, but knowing that you don't want them there for a little while, because what they did might take a little bit to own up to, but hating on the person for what they did is the irresponsible and irrational thing to do. It's really bad, and if you're hating on somebody, you're just as bad as they were, whatever they did, if not worse. Basically, the hatred that people get is bad, and, well, no surprise there, but the better thing to do, like I said, let the people have their chance to own up to their actions, and look, talk with the person. You should be in the 9 months that I've been hated on, nobody's been talking to me. Nobody's ever talked to me about anything that I've done in the past. Nobody's ever said anything, which is a problem, because you can't get their side of the story and what they did. Maybe you're not completely correct. Maybe the people that are hating on somebody don't have the full side of the story. Maybe they're incorrect about everything. It's the problem with hating on people, because you're not letting them get back because you're just assuming you're correct all the time, which is a problem. Now, I'm not saying that the community will be able to completely eradicate hatred. No, that's nearly impossible. If they did, that would be great, but No, you can't do that. But what I'm saying is, what we should be doing, rather than hating on people, we should be prioritizing the things I just said that we could do, rather than hating on the person and wanting them to never come back because you just think that they're terrible people and will just do worse things if you give them a second chance, like I've heard people say. What if they do something good with their second chance? What if they're just a good average community member? Even then, what are the chances that they're going to do something worse or something as bad in the near future when you give them a... The conclusion for this video is very simple. Don't hate on people irrationally for stuff they may have done. Give them a chance. Talk to them. Put them on probation, per se. Don't completely eradicate them from the community, because that's the irrational thing to do and you're not any better. Basically, just be the better person and the more responsible person in the community, rather than hating on the person for something that they might have completely different reasoning than you think they do. Thanks for watching.